Inside Duluth High School, it is the Georgia Hoop Circle Summer Explosion. Joe Hillsman, Barry Browner, guest Duluth head coach Cabrillo Huff with us in his gymnasium. It is St. Francis and Aquinas. St. Francis and Aquinas, this is a pseudo rematch of the 1A class private championship, in which Aquinas won. Aquinas out of Augusta, Georgia, they are in the green. St. Francis out of North Fulton and Alpharetta, they are in the white. DeJuan Odom is who everyone loves to talk about. He has help with Chase Ellis and Madison Dorr. A three is good. Madison Dorr on point.
And I actually think that's C.J. Riley.
Was it Riley?
That's the other kid you got to watch out.
C.J. Riley, 12. I thought it was 5 to hit that three. Riley, give me back. I apologize. 3-0. I got it right, though.
Hey, we've been watching. I tell y'all what, though. I'm glad to be on the mic with my boy, Joe Hillsman.
What's happening, man?
Why he be acting like that?
You be acting that way. There's a turnover.
Look, I tell you what, we done watched a lot of single-A basketball, y'all, and this St. Francis team.
Tough. I like Chase Ellis very much.
Does all the little things for him. All the little things.
It will pick up for him. Jonathan Taylor drives. It's not there. Ball knocked away. Comes away with it, though, is Williams, who goes up and scores. Chris Williams with the hoop for Coach Darren Douglas Sponge. 27-5 last season. 18-1 in the region play. Chase Ellis, though, I think vastly underrated. I think with Sam Hines gone, you're going to see a little bit more from Ellis and what he's able to bring to this team, along with Riley, Durr, and, of course, Odom.
I agree.
Open, Durr, 3, strip the nets.
That's the guy that I want to watch, y'all. I'll tell you why. Because he came into high school with a lot of fanfare. So it'll be interesting, Madison Durr. So it'll be interesting to see what Durr does now that he's going to get even more opportunities with Sam Hines.
I think another kid, I don't know if he's on their roster today, but I've seen him, is the Brown kid.
Jalen Brown? I think that's Jalen Brown.
He showed some stuff for them over at Lambert in another one of these summer events.
St. Francis coming off of a loss to Lambert in their showcase. They defeated Decula. They've had a pretty solid summer, played at Georgia Tech team camp. And a traveling violation called as Corey Trotter went back down on 20 too soon. 2 minutes gone by, 6-2. DeJuan Odom, though, Coach. I mean, you don't have to play him, I don't think. You saw him last year in person, though, at Norcross.
Oh, man. You talk about what he was able to do. And what he's gotten so much better at is his passing. Done short right there, but he's become a much better passer. We knew he could score, especially in transition, getting to the rim. Passing and his ability to make shots is what has been improved from him.
A turnover. Now here come the Fighting Irish. Taylor drives and now gives it back. Pass is tipped and stolen. Webster got his hand on it. Up ahead. Here comes Odom on the break. Odom dumped it off to Ellis. Ellis following a layup over the lip of the rim. Chase Ellis.
But the over-the-head pass by Odom, though, I mean, his vision.
As we take a look at our SUV TV instant replay, DeJuan Odom to Ellis. Reward the big man for running the floor. We keep talking about lost arts, Coach. That's one of mine, too. Because the big men don't want to be out there in the first place. So when they run the floor, steal, Odom, layup good, DeJuan Odom. Caught napping, and Odom made them pay. So when they run the floor, give it to them, then they want to stay out there and play. Well, little guys, we're going to play all day because I know if I see Barry over there running, I'm putting it in his gut.
If he's rim running, you put it right in.
You better give it to me because if I done ran, it's a problem if I don't get this rock now. I'm going to tell y'all that right now.
Chris Moss in possession for Aquinas. Spins it over. Now holding it at the top is Wright. Wright, instrumental in the state championship run last year. A lot of people remember Go Million, who was the big name for that bunch. Taylor slipped and a turnover. But Wright, sneaky good throughout the playoffs and then had some key moments in the state championship game that helped the Fighting Irish prevail. Odom will bring it up the floor. 4 minutes gone by, 10-2. St. Francis. Odom hands it over to Webster. Check it.
Nice pass.
underneath. Left hand layup. It rolled off. No. Rebound comes off the side right.
Webster's had some good looks. Missed a couple of threes. Missed that chippy right there.
Trotter, 3. Skips off the side of the iron. No good.
Odom just reminds me of one of those old school New York point guards. I don't know what it.
New York. Well, you know his trainer now is a DC cat, so you know
that could be it.
Dickerson don't play around with it now. 10-2, 15 minutes to go. I think he's put on a little bit more muscle.
I agree.
Gives it over to Sean Paradise. Now Paradise, you want to talk about X factors?
There's Dirt.
Could be
There's
one.
Dirt.
Dirt with the drive, but Sean Paradise could be an X factor, 33 in white. And then Kai Simmons, 13, who's checked into the contest now.
Well, I think that when we've all seen some of these other single A schools. We've seen Mount Bethel, and you know, with Holy Innocents. I just wonder about the height that St. Francis had. And Green Forest, y'all. So
I would agree that there are going to be some limitations and some disadvantages because they don't have the size. If you look at the Mount Bethels or you look at the Green Forest.
So
Green Forest, from what I saw at Georgia Tech, can possibly go 6'10", 6'8", 6'6", 6'5".
But see, I just don't
Hold them too fast.
Nice look.
Nice look.
I just don't know if they have the guard play. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if their guard play is going to be able to match this St. Francis guard play.
Agreed.
10-4. I'm going to tell you what, though. Don't count out Jordan Mecca at Mount Bethel now.
Man,
you want to talk about a get that shot out of here candidate. Mecca, and to me, honestly, I'm fine with him. But you would look at him and don't think, ooh, bad miss, crack the glass. Go check that. But, I mean, Mecca is a rim protector.
Yes.
But he's a little, quote-unquote, undersized. Just a little. As there's a timeout, 13-26 to go.
But it's like I watched them play a week or two ago here, and they were playing volleyball because it was like you had Mecca coming from one side. If he didn't get it, then here comes Evie coming from the other side. So, I mean, you know, they got two guys who can protect the rim and still they have more size right now than St. Francis does.
I think actually what helps.
But I think their guard play, St. Francis guard play is better than.
Yes, but Mount Bethel did help themselves because before you were only talking about Boyd, but the transfer, Harrison, actually helps them.
Right.
The question is going to be is when St. Francis gets in the paint, can they make shots over Mecca
and Evie, and then you look at Green Forest and.
Green Forest, Coach Rory Griffin, they're looking to get back in the mix. 1A will be very, very interesting. 1A and 7A will be very interesting. Dirt drives, lost it, turnover. Wright came away with the steal. But they are struggling offensively. Took the contact, late foul, it'll be called on Sean Paradise.
No one, Barry, as a former coach, you saw it. No one stopped the ball right there.
Right.
Like they just.
You got to pick up the ball. Some guys I'm big on this though. And Joe, you played the guard position. You can't let guards get ahead of steam.
No.
If you do, it ain't gonna be good.
You just can't ride the side of them.
Right.
Too many players, they just want to ride the side of them.
What's the old football thing? If you're even, I'm leaving.
Yes.
Odom drives, comes up hobbling a little bit. Now back this way, taking the charge. It'll be. Yes, offensive foul.
Looked like it was Paradise.
It was Paradise in there. Bull in the China shop. Zai Wright hit with the charge.
Like, he drove that and had nowhere to go.
And that's one of the things guards have got to understand. You know, you just can't, like I said, I have a pet peeve about even just getting in the air and not having a place to throw the basketball at, too.
10-4, 11:46 to go, and it has been an offensive struggle so far through the first 8+ minutes. 10-4.
Paradise brings something unique for St. He's a football guy who gives him a bit of toughness.
I'm curious about this Aquinas though. Aquinas haven't lost so much, y'all. Well, I mean, where do y'all see Aquinas at?
Judging by, I saw them the first game in the other gym at 4, and it was a struggle for them a little versus South Gwinnett.
And I saw pieces of that, and they went through a stretch 4, 5, 6 minutes where they couldn't put the ball in the hoop, and I'm seeing that now.
Yep. And that's what's going to – they will get to the state tournament, I do believe. It'll be the matchup and who they have to play.
3 out of the corner, C.J. Riley. He wants in on the conversation, his second 3. 13-4.
They just got guard plenty at St. Francis. They missing one thing. If they can get a semblance of a big that can help Sean Paradise, they'll be all right.
I think Ellis can fill that void, though. I don't really look at Ellis as a guard. Am I wrong?
I don't either.
Yeah, Ellis, I'm telling you, with Sam Hines gone, you're going to see more of an impact from Chase Ellis.
I do think losing Sam Hines is a big loss.
It is. I'm not taking that away now
Sam
at
Hines,
all.
As much as we talk about what Oldham did to us when we had the opportunity to play him at Norcross in the Naismith event, Sam Hines, especially early, hurt us a lot.
13-4. We come up on 10 minutes, so halfway gone here in this first half. I'm Joe Hillsman. He's Barry Browner. And we're joined by head coach of the Duluth Wildcats, Cabral Huff. So Barry got about almost a year in on this media thing, so now Coach Huff getting his chops in.
Yeah, this will be about the only time you'll hear me, though, because hopefully I'm playing too many games, especially when it matters.
It is 13-4. Aquinas in possession. One way and the other. Now spins, almost some cookies taken.
A lot of dribbling.
Drive up off the window and scores. Nice. Wright with the field goal. Yeah, they had to work hard for that one. 13-6. Riley feeds it down the middle. Layup. Paradise scoring, son. Paradise.
That's a good move. I mean, with this group they got, though, I believe they can go 5 out.
I agree.
They can go 5 out and make teams like Green Forest get on their heels. Now what does Green Forest do against? Because these guys can shoot the basketball now.
Yeah, they won't be able to sit back in the night.
Oh, a spinning dervish by Wright. He's unable to finish. Barry, if you say Green Forest one more time.
I'm sorry.
We know what they got, man. We will have them. Coach Griffith, listen, that's Southside, South Carolina working out. Southside and Green. So instantly, so I'm gonna say this, Durr with the foul. Green Forest is your favorite for 1A private.
As of today, what's it, June 21st?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My second, just what I've seen so far, is probably going to be Mount Bethel.
I understand what you're saying, but
what about,
you got to realize this team that's on the floor right now,
yes,
in white, they've been there year after year.
And had no business being there last year.
No business whatsoever.
And had no business, quite frankly, losing it. No disrespect, Aquinas. Catholic called the timeout.
I disagree with that, though.
What?
I disagree with that. No, why are you jumping up like that? What's wrong with you?
He disagrees with you, Barry.
I don't care. He ain't got to jump like Jordan Jefferson. Come on now.
Man, I'm in summer mode. I do not have my stat book with me. But I got the stat book from that game. Look. And then one of the key points, Oldham hits a 3 after Catlett was called a timeout. That was a big momentum swing there.
I'm just saying that I felt like Aquinas was just, you know what, they were hungry, man.
They were. Go Million was all he had a double-double. Didn't take a shot outside the paint, went to the foul line. It was a very, very well contested ball game. But I still, walking away from that game within me, I still
felt like St. Francis
was a better team.
You felt
I thought they were a better team.
So if they would have played a best 2 out of 3, you think?
Oh, St. Francis win that series. Yeah. And I'm not taking nothing away from Coach Douglas. I love Coach Douglas, but I just felt like St. Francis was still the better basketball team. Because it wound up being a 3-point game, 4-point game, somewhere right in there. Oldham in the corner, open, short, rebound, hit the floor. Oldham fouled as he goes up. But like I said, I like Roy Griffin over at Green Forest. I know Nord is going to really wreak some havoc over there.
Yeah.
I really like him. I really like
RJ Nord. Yeah, I saw him. You know what? I saw him when he was at Columbia. And just.
Then they got another kid who transferred in for Salem.
Yeah.
He's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. 6.5, 17-6. Aquinas right now struggling offensively. And this, when we talked about it, we saw some of the South Gwinnett game. This is back-to-back games where they're struggling offensively.
Right. But this is why Coach Douglas wanted to come up. He wanted to see what he had. He knew he was turning over his team, and this is great competition for him. Seeing different guys, not seeing the same guys in his area.
Oh, DeJuan Odom. Put that in the highlight anyway. Between the legs off the layup, I mean, it's a dead whistle, but it looked good. It's the summer. 6 minutes to go.
Oh, so are we saying that 7A 7A is of course the best, and then are we saying that 1A gonna be? I know Joe gonna say it's too early to say that. But.
I mean it is, but I just I don't always think the bigger class is the better class. But when it comes to Georgia this year, I think 7A is, and then 1A it's a small class. But when you have C.J. Riley hitting jumpers like that, it's gonna be a very interesting class, and we'll get to see some 1A matchups. A drive, Jonathan Taylor was fouled as it goes up.
Good drive.
I think 5A is going to be very interesting. I still think 4A may be the weakest classification. No disrespect to Upson Lee and the Westover, and to who my other squad that made a run last year in 4A.
Is that
St. Pius?
St. Pius, yeah. Pius. But no, it's somebody else on that top bracket. Who beat Westover?
I know who you're talking about. I just can't.
But
as y'all think about that, so is it time for us to go back down and remove a classification?
Yes.
I mean, so
just think about last year, 7A and 6A put together.
I'm telling y'all
in the playoff.
I'm telling you know what would alleviate all this though. To be honest, I think this is what I think they should do: stay playoff. In order for the parity, I think all 4 teams from each region get in. I get that. But I think once they get in, I think you need to re-rank them. I don't think you have to play by the class. So you don't say Region 8 plays Region 7 in the first round. I think you rank them, and you have a 32. That's what I think.
It's funny
with 5 points.
I don't know if that changes anything in 7A, to be honest with you. The past 2 years, we've had to face Pebblebrook and Colin Sexton in the Sweet 16. Then
on the break. Slam dunk, DeJuan Odom.
And B.J. Boston and Kyle Sturdivant in the Sweet 16. Look at that hustle from DeJuan Odom.
24-6, they are opening it up on Aquinas. Jumper, no, rolls off. Tip, follow, and scoring is Chris Williams.
Chris Williams going to have a big year for this group. Chris Williams and Scott going to definitely be key for this Aquinas group.
You've got to find a way.
C.J. Riley.
C.J. Riley can't keep having open threes. Like, that's what that kid does.
The Southpaw continuing to drain them. Under 4 minutes, under 3.5. There's a drive. Jonathan Taylor with a reverse layup. His first field goal, Jonathan Taylor out of the guard spot. And they're in double figures.
And you can see Coach Catlett upset right there because nobody came over and helped.
27-10 with 3 minutes to go. Substitutions now for St. Francis. Kai Simmons will check back in. And C.J. Riley will take a seat. Taylor into the forecourt. Drive and kick. Taylor now feeds it back in to Williams. Williams tried to hit the cutter and Chris Moss. It was deflected and out of bounds.
So we should get rid of 1A public and private? I mean, we should keep those split?
Obviously, you guys know I coached it. I wanted to play the Wilkinson counties when you got to the state tournament.
Cut, jumper, no good. Rebound by Paradise. I just say, I mean, if you're going to keep it at 8, look, this is Georgia. And if you're a state champ in basketball, the basketball people are okay with playing another weekend. Another 3 games. I mean, that's just me. But, what makes sense sometimes don't.
Hopefully us getting another week before we start practice is just the start of things to come.
Exactly. I think that's big. We talked about that last week, and you actively on the sideline. How important is that now to get that extra week in October?
It's so important because you are now getting, instead of about 7 days, sometimes 10, depending on when you scrimmage or play your first game, you now have 2 full weeks, maybe a little bit more than that, depending on when you play, to get ready. You've got to make cuts. You got to get your team ready to play a game. So it's that much more important.
27-13. Paradise puts it on the floor to drive from the corner. It's up. It is no good. Rebound, but Chris Williams, number 11, has been active. A steal.
Thank you very much.
Very much. Dwan Odom with the steal and dunk. Odom now has heated up in the contest. He has 9. And it is 29-13 as we come up on a minute to play.
Odom is really sneaky at catching you making outlet passes and you're not paying attention. And part of that is because he's so quick. You know, we talked about Tucker last game. Odom is the same way with his quickness and his first step.
Very much. And has that strength, developed strength. Swings it to Paradise. Paradise hole looking impatiently goes into Ellis. Ellis back out to Paradise. Paradise showing the handle, puts it on the floor. Odom cutting. Odom back now to Ellis. Defense somewhat on a string at the moment for the Irish. Open three. Odom. No, it's off. Rebound hit the floor. Good hustle. And coming away with it, Adam Ramage.
If they can get a bucket here, they're only down.
Open three.
14,
right. Good. Right, a three
only
ball.
down 13. Let's see. This is one of those situations Mario talked about where you're down. Did you see that crossover?
Yes, I did. Odom drive. Good defense there. Zyle Wright, we're going to go 0.8 of a second. But Zyle Wright, I think he's going to have to step up. He has 5 points. He may be that veteran.
Watch
for Aquinas. Yeah, I was looking for it. Can they get it up there, though? Bad angle. Catch fire at the horn. Good! Man. Chase Ellis beats the horn for St. Francis. They take a 31-16 lead to the break. A quick break right here from SUV coverage of the Georgia Hoop Circle Summer Explosion. The second half is underway between St. Francis and Aquinas. Joe Hillsman, Barry Browner, and Duluth head coach Cabral Huff with us. C.J. Riley with 14 points in that first half, 4 3 balls. DeJuan Odom with 9.
I'll tell you another difference in Aquinas from last year. They played a lot more zone last year.
Now, I think Coach Douglas is going to use his time to kind of try to figure it out, to kind of tinker with what they, as we're getting towards the end of the summer.
They got to find a way to score. Just my observation in a game and a half that I've seen of them.
Taylor with a nice drive, but left it over the lip of the rim. Odom get the rebound. Odom up ahead to Durr. Durr and Odom running. Layup on the left side with the right hand for Madison Durr. He has 5 points.
See, I think the next step for Madison, like Barry said, we've heard a lot about him, is his jump shot. He's long. He can get to the rim. He can make plays for others. But eventually, as a guard, you got to make jump shots.
33-16. Got the seal. Give him the ball. Trotter wanted it. Couldn't get it. Taylor drives in the lane again with the left hand.
Oh, no.
And an offensive foul called on Jonathan Taylor.
Taylor has been aggressive. I don't know if y'all noticed the last couple of plays down the floor. Maybe is he trying to be that guy that's going to step up for Coach Douglas in Aquinas?
I'm pretty sure I've heard you guys talk about post-entry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're talking about he sealed him and then he didn't get the ball? I think that's another lost art of basketball, post-entry play. Oh, nice move,
nice
young fella. Big, strong move.
I think Coach Huff learned something about me, too. Up here. I went crazy over to putting the ball on the floor. Then, post-entry, wing entry.
Oh, yeah. 3
is short. Rebound, St. Francis comes away with it. They've got a 19-point advantage. 35-16.
So post-entry passes.
Unnecessary dribble in the paint.
Running the floor.
One-handed pass. Jump pass.
Man.
Hey, I just believe that the fact that we can't feed big men is the reason why we
don't have any?
Yeah. Odom off the curl to Durr. Foul line jumper. Bounces off the back of the rim.
Nice box out, number 3 for Aquinas. I think the other thing that we have a problem with in basketball is walling up. If you watch how many times kids drive baseline, and another thing we talked about, we just ride the side of them instead of walling up, using the sideline, the baseline as our friend to help cut them off. I think that's a lost art too. Oh, nice spin.
Wright could not finish. Underneath, Wright goes up, and he was fouled.
I used to always tell kids that you actually got another defender on the floor with
exactly.
You. If you send them baseline, there's your other defender. So you might have 2 human defenders.
Remember what we always talk about with the press? You say how you work on the stand between the volleyball lines, because the first thing to do, magnet to the sideline, you're bringing another defender to you.
Yes.
Yep. No doubt about it.
I thought about that. I was at a gym the other day, and I was standing on the baseline, and all they had was the side volleyball lines, and I thought about that from our conversation.
Here's what's so great about this. So yesterday, our practice here at Duluth was we watched video of our game versus Lambert.
Okay.
And we were talking about the same thing. So this is another reason why this event is so good. Like, to be able to watch film from a summer league game is crucial.
Drive up.
They just can't finish.
It's a mini season.
Yes.
It's a mini season.
Oh, nice move, C.J. Riley.
C.J. Riley. Give me some butter with that roll.
The Euro.
Call his name. C.J. Riley want to be talked about.
He has done fine job. He has a game high 16.
But he has done this all summer. From Georgia Tech to here to over at Lambert. He has improved, and he is showing us how much he's improved.
37-18. Substitutions now for St. Francis, as they have a commanding 19-point lead. We saw this earlier in one of our games, but right now I don't get the feeling that Aquinas, because of the offensive woes, is going to be able to make a push. Williams picked up the dribble. Now he gives it out to Ramage. Hands it over now to Moss, who drives, puts it up, and was fouled. Chris Moss on the drive.
See, St. Francis bailed him out right there. Well, this is why summer is important as well, because Aquinas has changed. Their team has definitely changed. And because of that, they've got to learn a new way to play.
Right.
Moss at the free throw line. 1 for 2 and gets it. 37-20. A 17-point advantage with 14 and a half to go. So we played just over 5 minutes in this second half. Durr with it for St. Francis, who's in the white. Aquinas, the Fighting Irish, are in the green. Off the screen, open a three. It is off, no good by Jai Smith. Rebound comes off Taylor. Up ahead to Moss. Moss could not feed the pass. A turnover out of bounds.
It's little things that's killing Aquinas. Turnovers, not finishing.
Durr below the foul line. Stop, puts it up off balance. No. Rebound comes off, and here's Taylor. Taylor almost trapped and now forces it, a blocking foul call.
But Taylor hurt himself because first thing he did was go to the sideline.
I was about to say, where was he going on that?
That's all the way head back to the middle. Moss between the rings for the Fighting Irish, who went 27-5 last year. They won a private state champs out of Augusta. Moss floater off. Rebound ripped off a good board, pulled down by Durr. Long lead pass up ahead to Ellis. Ellis going to catch it and dunk it. Chase Ellis on the break.
I see you, young fella.
Get on up, big fella. Get on up.
Good pass there by Durr as well. Had his head up. Ball moves faster with the pass than the dribble. Baseline, tip out of bounds. It will stay with Aquinas.
I think this is where Chase Ellis is improving. You can see his athleticism improving.
Boomed it home with the right hand on the TV instant replay. That pass was tipped. Recovers. A corner three is good. So a broken inbound play leads to a corner three for the Fighting Irish.
Nice pass.
Oh, good look.
Paradise with the reverse and score. The dime drop. Sharing and caring from Jai Smith. (41 to 23). Feed the entry, not there. Moss gives it back out, and here's Cobb. Cobb lost it in the corner. Durr picks it up and gets the save. Durr now with his head up in the middle, coming on the break in transition. Secondary break.
Gotta kick it. You gotta kick it.
Yeah.
He
got too deep.
Yeah. Like that's a 2-foot stop. Either kick to the corner or you had Chase behind you. But if you come off on 2 feet, you can turn.
I mean, you can jump stop, pitch it back, pitch it left, pitch it right.
St. Francis has Aquinas starting their offense way behind the three-point line.
Right. I think they started at the Wildcat almost, right?
Right at the claw. Here we go again.
I mean, it's hard to get into you can't get into any set that far out.
No.
Good shot, though.
But I think that was different because they wanted to set that ball screen high to try to get something going there. Oh, my.
Good take by Paradise again. 43 to 26 with 10:50 and some change.
I think they're going to go back to this pick and roll high and see how St. Francis is going to guard it because it gives them a little bit more space.
Is that Williams who got fouled? I think that was Chris Williams.
Stop. 43 to 26.
If Aquinas could just give you one run.
The point's been too hard to come back.
I know.
That's the killer right now, 17. You know, if you get you a string of 8-0 runs, I mean, I don't think they've had a couple possessions they've scored back to back, but not many.
Right.
Kick it back out. Here's Taylor. Taylor's gonna attack Taylor right down the lane. Layup good. He went and attacked that zone like nobody's business.
Now Taylor has been aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, turnover. Good move, Taylor. Here you go. Here you go. You can cut it to 13.
Taylor took contact. Foul. Good rim protection by Kai Simmons.
2 back-to-back plays by Taylor right there. And like I said, he's been the guy that's been attacking that glass for this Aquinas squad.
He makes this. They're down 13 with 9 and some change left.
43-28.
But here comes that man when the horn sounds coming back in. Host of changes for St. Francis. So now you've got Ellis and Riley, Odom and Paradise on the floor. That's a group that has played a lot of minutes, a lot of quality minutes. Look at the pass. So when we're talking about this St. Francis team who lost in the state championship this year, the previous year, where did they fall? Do you remember?
Who, St. Francis?
Yes.
Who won it? Green Forest won it?
I think Green Forest won it.
Second. Didn't they lose to Green Forest? Or that was the previous year?
Previous year they lost to Green Forest. I think that year they may be Elite Eight.
Elite Eight, yeah. Taylor pull up and rattles it down the milk crate. Okay, so Jonathan Taylor coming to life.
Down 11. Here we go. Here's maybe that run.
You said if they could find some offense, and there it is. Paradise hands it off. Riley. Odom. Odom turns on the Jets floater from the foul line below. No good. Rebound comes down to Trotter. Aquinas trying to pick up some momentum. If I was Taylor, I'd come get the ball. Zai Wright up ahead now to Taylor.
He's got it.
Taylor on the right wing has the dribble now. He puts it on the floor. Stops into a 3-ball. It is short. Rebound hit the floor. Offensive rebound. Trotter. Taylor cutting. Taylor kicks it out. Unselfish play over to the right side to Webster.
Webster wasn't ready to shoot. Had he been ready to shoot, he probably could knock that shot down.
Drive. Up. Zai Wright scoring.
Here we go.
Zai
9-point
Wright.
game.
Yes, sir. It's 43-34, and all of a sudden the Fighting Irish are fighting back. Open. Ellis. 3 bottom. Wow. Chase Ellis. Show the range. He has 9.
Dunked in one play earlier in transition and now shows the range and hits the 3.
40.
It's a big bucket.
Yeah, pushes it out to double figures in 12, but Taylor on Riley drives. Jonathan Taylor has came to play in the second half.
All right, so it's at 10. 7 minutes to go.
Joel Hilsman, Barry Browner, Duluth head coach Cabral Huff with you. Georgia Hoop Circle Summer Explosion. Duluth, Georgia, Duluth High School. Open, Riley, 3. Hill of the rim. Paradise on the offensive glass. Pump fake.
What a rebound.
Ellis, count it.
What a rebound.
And the foul. Chase Ellis, the hoop and the horn. 49-36.
It is summer, but that's a championship rebound right there. That's what wins you ball game.
That's just, I want it more than you want.
Yep.
6.5 to go in a 13-point contest. Take a look at our SUV TV instant replay. Now open. Zai Wright, a 3. Hill of the rim. No tip. Good offensive fight by Williams. Comes away to Trotter. Here comes Wright cutting up. Blocking foul. He'll shoot free throws. I agree. I agree.
You do?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no.
He was coming downhill, and if the restricted area
looked like a bowling ball. Looked like a bowling ball coming through there, man.
We're going back to the NBA Finals. They're about to change the call.
Yeah, he was still moving. He went to get set, but he was still moving. You so silly. I heard that.
Interesting night tonight, fellas. Interesting night. I know we'll be in the gym for some of it, but it's NBA draft night.
Just give me the order when it's over. 49-36. I love it. I'm glad all of them getting drafted. Just give me the order with all the trades after it's over, and then I see you in Vegas July 2nd for Summer League.
I think it's the Wild Wild West tonight. I think you're going to see a lot of movement.
Anybody pass on Sexton, though, I'm gonna just go on and tell you that now. Ellis scored.
Brother, you and our producer Lisa over there, man,
Man, you sleep on Sexton all you want.
I'm
man.
not sleeping on him.
No.
Hey,
Everybody else is. It ain't no Georgia bias. He's better than Trey Young. Quite frankly, I don't care what you say. Trey Young.
I didn't say take Trey Young.
I'm not. No, I'm
Wanna
not.
know who I want?
No. I'm not talking about from the Hawks standpoint. I'm talking about from a basketball standpoint. I think Aiden, Bagley, Antich, Jackson, and then I go Sexton. You know
What?
Sexton's a top 5 player, man. He's not gonna get picked that high. He gonna wind up 8 to 12. Okay. But Kobe was drafted at 8.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Garnett was drafted at 5.
That's fine. But if you got a chance to take Mo Bamba, Mohamed Bamba, yo,
Hey,
Mo,
I like Mo Bamba.
I really like Mo
I like Mo Bamba.
Anybody that has
I'm just
this
saying.
knows.
See, that's why I don't get into who better, who this, and who that. You could take Mo Bamba and he don't fit nothing you got going on.
but he gonna fit what the Hawks got going on.
Well,
because,
so are we talking specific with the Hawks?
well, we're
Well,
just
I go
talking-
get Antich then
what?
and grow from them. Yeah. But the Hawks gonna do something. They gonna go draft somebody that nobody see him coming, and then they gonna trade
I
him.
think
in 3 years.
I think it's gonna be a big trade with the Hawks. I think they're gonna get another lottery.
go
pick
down?
tonight. No, they're gonna keep 3, but I think they're gonna somehow find a way to get back
Well,
into
you
the
gotta
lottery.
give up. You gotta give up 19 and 30.
They will.
I don't know.
Boy, if they can,
I think they'll get. If they might not give up, I think they can give up 19, and I think they got 34.
They got 3, 19, 30, and 34. Y'all
Well,
don't want me to start talking about the draft because I think the Bulls gonna mess up itself.
Well, I told anybody listen. The draft starts at pick 2. The draft starts at pick 2.
pick
No,
three.
because
Aiden is
no
one.
pick 2 because do you
What
really believe what
Sacramento
Sacramento's gonna do?
What Sacramento gonna do? That's key.
They taking Marvin Bagley.
He says he don't want to be there.
Shaq done called him already.
Nice pass.
Drop off. Williams scores. Chris Williams off of the dime drop from Jonathan Taylor.
Look, y'all. One thing we got to give this Aquinas group is they fighting though.
They
They
fight.
fighting.
Hence the name of Fighting Irish.
They could have got any
They needed more this
offensive
early.
execution and buckets. This would be a different ball game.
Yep.
Good hustle by Greg Schweitz on the offensive glass for St. Francis. Over to Odom. Odom puts it on the floor, drives, puts it up, goes up, and he's fouled.
His moves to the basket are so nifty. He's crafty.
And he's in control.
Yeah, in control. Now that's one thing. Getting a little bit older, I love to see big guards with body who know how to use their bodies like that.
Free throw front iron is no good by Odom. 3:50 to go. Here comes Taylor. Taylor has had himself a solid second half. 6 of his 8 points. He's been very aggressive throughout. Around
Nice
the screen,
pass.
over to Williams, up and
Nice.
in, and a couple dime
Williams has
drops.
done that
low.
twice here lately. Oh, look at that.
Up
Look
ahead.
at that.
Good look,
Look
good.
at that.
Good catch.
Got bailed out though. He put that ball on the floor. 53 to 40. 3:30 to go. Less than that. 13-point advantage.
Oh,
Zai Wright
uh-oh.
left his feet for the pass. Taylor had to foul Odom, or we would have had
a highlight.
some Showtime stuff. 53 to 40. So coming up next, it will be Atlantic out of Florida taking on South Gwinnett on the Georgia Hoop Circle Summer Explosion.
That Atlantic team is really, really athletic.
They tough now. They tough. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let Barry and Mario take care of that one. And I'll be back for the nightcap. 53 to 40. Spinning around at the top. Good ball movement. Gonna go baseline. Flip it up with the left hand and score.
Do you see what happened right there? No wall up, no stopping on the baseline.
Summer. Williams catches it. Now goes back out to Moss. Moss, good defense there by the other number 5, Josh Smith, who's had some valuable minutes here in this contest. As we go under 2.5, 15-point advantage. Ellis wanted to go for the steal, wound up and gets the foul.
Well, one thing I can take away, and I know about you guys, I can take away from this Aquinas game, Taylor, Scott, and Williams could be cornerstone pieces for this Aquinas team kind of going forward.
55-40, under 2 minutes to go. I do like, though, Coach, you talked them up. They had a nice little run there. They were able to actually get it to, what did they get it to?
They got it to 9.
Yeah, 3 out of the corners.
That was a big 3 by Chase Ellis. And just like we had when North was trying to make a run last game versus Tequila, that 3 by Ellis kind of did Aquinas in.
Drive, not there. Ellis turns, kicks it back out. Smith, back to Ellis on a foul. Jonathan Taylor, though, very impressed with him and his effort here in the second half. 8 points. Good job by Chris Williams. Williams has been solid. He has 10 with a minute and 24 seconds to go. So I think Coach Douglas got Aquinas to dig down deep. They lost their earlier game to South Gwinnett, but still overall a productive trip, and they have a lot to think about on the ride home. Down 20. 56-43. One more coming up for number 4, who my bad, my brother, I forgot to get your name at the book. They left it off the roster from me. Free throw. Hill of the rim and falls off. Williams, another offensive board. Another rebound. Williams has been very, very active.
Yes, he has.
And he's been active from the start. Moss might need to give it up off a count. Trotter, that close to a screen. Airball shot, no good by Moss. A little bit too much there for Moss.
That's the kind of play as a coach, you just put your head down and just don't know what the kid was thinking.
It's going to be a quiet night for DeJuan Odom, you guys. Only 9 points. Did not score in the second half. Chase Ellis, though, stepped up.
Well, I think that's what St. Francis gives you when you talk about Riley and Ellis and Durr and Odom and Paradise.
Yeah, C.J. Riley cooking 16.
But he didn't score much in the second. He had, 2 in the second half?
2 points, yep.
So Ellis really took over in the second half. Him and Paradise, probably.
Yep, Paradise had a couple hoops. Number 4, a couple hoops. One more coming up for Durr with 52 and 1/10 seconds. They were able to withstand the Aquinas push. Rebound skipped off the missed field goal, and it comes down to Jonathan Taylor. Taylor in the corner, open, 3, out of the corner pocket. Good by Wright. Wright came to life a little bit here in the second half as well with 8 for the Fighting Irish.
So let's think about it as this game winds down. Had they been able to make any shots early and got some offensive rhythm,
could have changed
the game.
Very much so. Simmons rebound, second chance, not there. Long lead pass up to Taylor, catches, layup on the left. Oh, he tried to use the rim as a shield and blew the layup. Paradise, backcourt.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. And that may do it. So St. Francis will come away with the victory. Final 10 seconds, and there's the steal. With 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. It'll be a 57-46 victory for St. Francis over Aquinas. Coming up next, it is Atlantic out of Florida taking on South Gwinnett from the Georgia Hoop Circle Summer Explosion Series on SUV TV.